Hello everybody, how are you? Welcome to Kicking Back. It's been a while.
We're back.
We are back. We're back in Blackburn. Yes.
The joys.
And I tell you what, to be honest, even though we've had content rolling out, it's been a couple of months, hasn't it, really?
It has been a couple of months.
We did loads in the summer.
A few things have changed.
I mean, God, yeah.
We've got no mic stands.
The mic stand's broke. That's not the main change, but yeah, we've actually forgotten the light.
Yeah.
So we've got these in front of the camera, if you can see that. It's just ragtag. Cowboy outfit. But
we're here again.
I know, and I'm buzzing.
Yeah.
I am buzzing about it, I have to say. Like, this podcast, I didn't expect it when we set it up. It was meant to be an outlet to chat football, and it's become something that's like it's like a dreamland, isn't it? Like, we can visit clubs, learn about them firsthand and things
Talk
like
about
that.
England.
Oh my
again.
God. Yeah. Well, there's something to talk about again, isn't there?
Tuchel. Go on then. I know you got a lot to say.
No,
I don't.
I tell you what it is, right? It's just the thing of, like, there is a question going around in the papers. Is it a good or a bad appointment? And I think that question's kind of offensive. Like,
why is it offensive?
because if the rules are that a manager can be from any country and they don't necessarily have to be born in that country, and those are the rules, then he's best in class.
Well, yeah.
And it's pretty simple and cut and dry. And the fact that there's this whole debate that didn't really seem to exist too much when Sven was knocking about, because I remember those times as well. Should we have a Swedish manager? That never came about. I saw something in the paper, I think it was the Daily Mail, but I can't remember what, but it was like, a dark day for England. That was the headline. The day after Tuchel, I was like,
no.
With an understanding of how newspapers work, who signed that off? Like, because there's teams involved in this sort of thing. You don't just spout it out. You know, like, if they'd have wrote it, someone signed it off, and then someone's gone, yeah, that's brilliant, that. And then they've published it. And then, like, that's gone out to everybody. And I just think, what planet are you on? Like, I'll find out who wrote that. Like, and I'll put their name in the comments.
So what's the verdict? Do you like him or not?
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah.
But my point is...
I think he's great.
Yeah, of course. I mean, as a manager,
yeah,
at international level...
Yeah, 100%.
Hey,
they'll win something now.
So you're onto it.
Yeah.
So this is my thing now. I genuinely think we have all the tools. We've just not had sort of the manager to take us over the line.
I agree. I think, yeah, Southgate was, a bit out of date, I think. And I think Tuchel could probably lead them somewhere.
Do you know what it is for me? I think that with Gareth Southgate, it's hard to say, oh, he was a massive success when you look at the players and the fact that we didn't really win out. But at the same time, you can't forget where we were when he took us over. And the fact that he made that team, basically the team, again, going back to the media, I feel like the team were villainised by the media before he came in. And they were sort of like closed off. And this was back when they were talking about, oh, the players sit at their own tables, like Liverpool had sit over here and United sit over there and stuff. And Southgate sort of made it feel like a team and made the bridge between sort of the fans and the players a little bit better. And to be honest, he's given me the most exciting international football of my life, which is pretty bleak. People say he's boring and all that. He's clearly a great manager in my head. Not necessarily elite, but I don't think international football's typically attracted those managers. I know there's examples left, right and centre that you could be like Bielsa and all this, but generally speaking, Thomas Tuchel is meant to be at one of the best clubs in the world. Yeah. Like one of the best club teams in my head. And I think the fact that we've got him for England means, we might win a World Cup. Do you know what I mean? I know I keep going on, but like this might be the one. Do you reckon we might win a World Cup?
Yeah, I do, to be honest. I would never have said that under Southgate, but I genuinely do think England might actually win something.
I won't lie, actually, to say I think, we could win a World Cup. Recent performances have really been a bit sort of scary, as in this reminds me of when we were losing 1-0 to Iceland and stuff like that. But I just think, new start and all that will be good. But Lee Carsley's been playing some experimental games, let's say that, trying out new formations and stuff like that. But at the same time, we look shite. So
needs a new direction, probably.
And Thomas Tuchel, if you were to offer me like 20 directions, I'd go with that every time. Like, I can't really think of many people better for that job. It'd be unreal. And then when we look at, like, I've heard a few different reactions from England managers. English managers. As in, I heard Steve Cooper, who I thought had a really good take, which was, we really need to get our heads down English managers
Yeah.
and start producing results that put us in those conversations. But then you hear some more sort of, honestly, in my opinion, more bitter takes from Allardyce had one, who I like. I'm not having a pop, but I just think his thing was English job should have an English manager, and I get it with him because he's like a scorned lover, that fella. Like he's like,
I don't really understand that, but
yeah. No, my thing is, right, if it was a rule that the manager had to come from the country, I can understand that, and that fits in the framework of international football for me. I could be like, yeah, all right, and then we'll play under those rules.
and he'll never win anything.
Exactly. But it ain't the rules. It ain't the rules, so we can do that. Like, it's the same reason, right? Grealish started at Ireland.
I was gonna, you know what? I was going to ask about him. What do you think about him?
Jack Grealish?
Yeah, Rogue one, but what do you think?
Yeah, brilliant player.
Yeah.
I mean, I think creative outlet. A lot of players in England now, similar to like when Scholes and Gerrard were floating about, I feel like they're underutilised if we're talking about international stuff.
Yeah, as well as City, to be fair.
Yeah, oh, for sure. But City have a wealth, don't they?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with England, actually. Yeah, so I get where you're coming from. It's an interesting one because how do you get the most out of these players? They're clearly unbelievably talented. But you've got to make a team out of them, haven't you?
Yeah.
Talented individuals don't make a team, do they? I think it's a great problem to have, and I think we will see the best out of Grealish in an England shirt. I don't know if you will. I'm not sure if City will.
Who knows? You know what? He's not been doing that bad. I think, I don't know. He's just a different profile compared to like Doku or even, Mahrez back in the day. He's just completely different to them. So I don't know. We'll see.
I get you, yeah. And I think sometimes the player can go to the wrong team. And
I don't think he's gone to the wrong team.
But I
think he went for too much. But
no, yeah. I mean, money's crazy.
Yeah.
In it these days. Like, I don't know what players are worth anymore. I just heard Kyle Walker got transfer listed. Did you hear this? 15 million.
Oh, really?
That seems low. Like, I know he's 34 and all that. But
yeah, he is old.
I feel like 15 million. For I don't know. I just feel like he's still doing really well whenever I see him. He's like
but he's getting on,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe it's the last legs. Have you ever had Subway coffee?
No, I don't think I will either. I had Greg's before. I do like Greg's.
Greg's is alright. It's weird, isn't
Greg's is miles better
There's
than
no reason to it.
Costa, Starbucks, anything.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion, but I
was actually agreeing with you, and then you said Costa, and I was like, whoa. What?
Nah, Costa's the worst.
Are you mad?
It's so bad.
Right, listen.
No, Costa's the worst.
No, it isn't, because
Starbucks is up there as being one of the worst.
Here's why Costa's alright, because they do seasonal treats, right? So it's
like
autumn.
Every other coffee shop in the world.
Not like Costa does it. Costa's got me to a T. They understand me. So they just brought out now a hazelnut latte, right? Have you tried one? If you can't comment.
I think they have that all year round.
No, they don't.
They
don't. They put. I saw leaves falling. Like they were like, try this. It's a special thing. It costs more than normal. I was like, give me one of them. I swear on my life, it's like I get one now. Like every match day, like anytime I'm going anytime I need to walk longer than 10 minutes, I'm like hazelnut. Like it makes me feel like I'm enjoying the autumn. I've never had that in my life.
So it's an autumn drink.
Yeah, exactly.
I swear I had one in like March.
No, you can't.
No, I promise you.
No, you can't. They do like different lattes and that, but this is hazelnut. It's nuts in it, like acorns and that, like autumn. I'm saying like
right,
specifically.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had a pumpkin spice one before from Greg's.
See, I've never had. I don't know what
really
pumpkin
nice.
tastes like.
This
I know what it tastes like.
Like pumpkin. It does, like butternut squash.
I want to get into the seasons this year. It's one of my things. Like I want to sort of like try and embrace them a bit. Do you know what I mean? Because they sometimes come and go, and I feel like a miserable git. It's like, oh, happy Halloween. I'm like, yeah. Do you know what I mean? So like,
I thought you liked Halloween. We did a Halloween special last year. Do you remember?
Yeah, I really did give it a punt.
Yeah,
like, I tried. I
that
got a costume
good.
And everything, didn't I? Like, but generally, I've never carved a pumpkin in my life.
No, neither.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
It doesn't appeal to me.
No, I was bored as a kid. I shouldn't say this. My parents watched this. I was bored from trick or treating as a kid.
Oh, really?
And I was fuming. I was like, and they were like, because they thought, no, you can't go around begging and stuff like that. I was like, Mum, everyone's on it. I've got a Darth Vader mask just sat there. Like,
someone told me if you're 16, over 16, and you go trick or treating, or it might be 18, it's classed as begging. I don't know who told me that, but I got told.
There's no way. Can it be?
Yeah.
What, you could get like pulled over?
I think so.
You could get stopped if you're over 18.
I don't know.
Once I checked this out. Once I actually did go trick or treating. Like I'd sort of snuck out, and I was dressed as actually Darth Vader, and I was knocking on someone's door, right? And because I'd never done it before, I didn't know the rules, right? So I'm knocking on someone's door, and I can see that they're there, but they've not come to the door. So I'm thinking, like, what it turns out, they were ignoring me. I'm thinking he must not have heard. So I were there for about 20 minutes.
No.
Yeah, I swear on my life, just thinking
my
like
God.
it's Halloween.
Was it just you?
Yeah. Bleak that in it. This was my trick-or-treating experience. So like, I just want to love the holidays and that. So trying to get into them, and anyone who's trying to, I would honestly say try a hazelnut latte and tell me it doesn't
From
change your life.
Costa.
Yeah.
No one's going to listen to this podcast again after you said that. No one.
Well, all right. Look, if you're going to do anything, support Fibre Sports Memorabilia. Will you do that for me, please? Just go to fibersportsmemorabilia.com. They are our mates, our sponsors, our friends, and they have been very good to us, and they have some of the coolest gear I've actually ever seen in terms of memorabilia. You've got signed boots from top players in the world. You've got signed gloves from the top boxers. You've got Tyson Fury stuff, Anthony Joshua stuff, and fighters from abroad as well as best players in the world. fibersportsmemorabilia.com, you can find all their stuff. They're fantastic. And do you know what? I say a big thank you as well to Levels. That's where we are right now. It's in Blackburn. It's such a nice spot. Everyone here is top notch, and I'd recommend coming down, because to be honest, we came down thinking it'd be once or twice, and we're just like here like non-stop now. So give them a shout as well. Find them on Facebook, find them on socials. I'll put all the links below. But yeah, that was slick and professional, wasn't it?
It was.
Thanks.
And you know what?
Go on.
I'd just like to say, I've moved to Nottingham now.
Yeah, you have. Congratulations.
We're back in Blackburn, but I've moved to Nottingham.
How is Nottingham? I've never actually spent much time. I went to. Is it Sherwood Forest, Nottingham?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a forest around there.
Yeah, I think that's where Robin Hood.
Robin Hood, yeah, Robin Hood is from there.
So I have been there, but I went to like a really specific, like the forest.
Centre Parks.
Yeah, yeah.
But did you actually?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
I've been there.
There were a peacock. In fact, there were
same. Might have been the same one.
Well, a peacock were pecking on our window.
Same.
Was it really?
Yeah,
so there's an
when
Aggie
I was
peacock.
really small. Yeah,
right.
Probably the same one.
So that's the review of Nottingham. There's an Aggie peacock. Is there anything else?
No, not really.
Right.
Not really.
It is really aggressive, though.
It's a nice place, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a city, innit? Is it like a big...
It's a small city. It's like Manchester, but a bit smaller.
Right, okay, nice. So a bit bigger than Preston, but smaller than Manchester, that type of thing.
A bit nicer than Preston. A bit nicer than, yeah.
High praise.
Yeah, a bit nicer than Blackburn as well.
Yeah.
But, yeah, enjoying it so far.
All right.
Yeah.
Gets a transfer. Slags us off.
I'll put a good word in.
No, honestly, I would like to check out Nottingham. I don't really see anywhere outside of like Manchester, Preston, but like I think Manchester is one of the nicest cities actually I've ever been to.
I do.
It's weird. Like,
I'm proud. Yeah. Proud to be from Manchester.
It honestly is. I've got Manchester. I really like Dublin. Hey, the random question, because we've travelled a bit now. It's in some places. Where are some of like your favourite cities that you've actually been to so far that you've seen? It can be like odd shouts as well. Is I'm not going to say is Nottingham up there, but like where's like top 3? Yeah, because you've been to some nice spots. I mean, it'd be shocking if Nottingham wasn't it?
I think Venice was nice when we went to Venice.
Unbelievable.
And, Venezia FC was unreal, wasn't it? That was a great trip.
Yeah.
Great trip out.
Even like going outside of Venice and doing that whole sort of like run to get to the training ground and things like that was so cool, because you see, you expect people to live in the middle on the island bit, but when you see like, oh, you could live in a half-hour commute from the island, like, these have cracked life. These have got best of both worlds.
And then we had to run back from the training ground into Venice to catch them going on the gondola.
Oh my God,
on the what was it when they won the
parade?
The parade,
the promotion parade, which
that
we were there
great.
for by chance.
Yeah, that city's amazing.
Do you know what? Like when you look at like what the best kind of cities are and stuff, I think your criteria can be different and hard to like pin down like hard to word. I think what I loved about Venice was the pace of life. Like everyone was chill. Yeah. Everyone was sort of just sauntering about. Yeah. Even that boat didn't get old. Like going from wherever we were into the city, half an hour. It was bliss, I thought. It was like I was looking at water thinking, I think I've cracked it. Like this is the nicest spot.
I think there's some really great cities that are like footballing cities as well. Like for example, Napoli.
Right.
Have you ever been to?
I've been to Italy, never Napoli.
It's unreal. Like it's such a good city, but then the football as well. Like immersed into it. It's unreal. Like the fans are mad. Yeah. The people there are crazy.
Fanatical,
it's literally like it's like the north of England. The south of Italy is like the north of England, basically. It's like reversed.
Explain that.
People are just mental.
Oh, right.
Like, people are mental. Like, and the football's massive in Napoli. Like, it's like a religion. Like, football's like a religion in Napoli. But, yeah, I think I don't know, cities like that, I love them.
I'm with you.
There's quite a few in the world. I think Manchester's like that. Like the football 100%. Is immersed
Manchester's
in the city.
got culture like leaking out of it. Like, it's cool in that way. And you just sometimes, personally at least, I'll take it for granted sometimes because it's like, this is all I really know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you actually do sort of like go abroad and like live abroad and stuff like that, you look back and you sort of see the value in it a little bit more.
Definitely.
I think. That's how I found it anyway. Like when we were in Canada, I never thought, like I wrote a list of all stuff that I missed while I was living abroad, and it was all linked to like just northernness and things like that. It's weird. I put Greg's on the list. Do you know what I mean?
You did.
Just stuff
not
you
Costa.
missed. No, Costa didn't make the cut there. I didn't know about him. I didn't know about these lattes. Honestly, this is the first time I've been as well. I was in a pinch and I was like in a dream.
That's the first time you went to Costa.
For
hazelnut.
Well, no, not like the first time I've ever been to Costa. First time I've had like a Costa specific drink, if you get me. Like
right.
I've been to machines in like Co-op and that. if that
I think we'll leave that conversation there. Cut.
Yeah,
again.
Right, cut that part. All right, fine.
No, I'm joking.
Cities that I like. I'll tell you this. My parents just came back from Japan, and they were telling me about Yokohama, and they were saying that that's really good.
What is that?
It's in terms you mentioned in football cities. Apparently, the whole city like shuts down when there's like a game. So it's a little bit outside of Tokyo. So it's not like super. Tokyo's like London in Japan.
Yeah.
Right. Yokohama's like maybe Manchester in Japan kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. And they were telling me like about how when there's a game on, just everyone you see when you look around has just got the kit on, and like alt pubs become full straight away, and like they proper get into it. And that's actually where we signed a player from really recently. So like it was weird to.
He's a good player, isn't he? He's been scoring a lot. What's his name?
Yuki Ohashi.
Yeah, he's a great player.
Yeah, he's quick. Thing. And they use him well as well. They bring him on like 65 minutes in, so everyone's knackered.
Yeah.
And it's like, now he's a nightmare.
Yeah.
So it's
That's crazy
great.
that the football culture over there is massive. Like I wouldn't even have thought that.
So this podcast, right? When initially we started just chatting and we were like, oh, what do we think of whatever the news is and stuff like that. Now I'm more into the thought of like, let's find out about the culture of how football hits these cities.
Definitely,
right?
yeah.
It's so crazy, like when you go to different places and see how it's because it's always embedded, but it's embedded in a different way. Like when we went to Wolfsburg, everything just ran perfectly. It was almost like a factory itself.
Yeah.
Like so, it was all in one complex, and like here's where the under-7s stay, and then here's where the other people will stay, and then there's the first team, there's everybody, and it was all in one spot, and it all fed into each other, and they had a culture running through it. Right. Mm-hmm. Hard to do. Really hard to do. Didn't see that anywhere else.
Very regimented. Right. And then Venice.
Free flowing.
Completely the opposite.
Yeah.
So relaxed.
And
relaxed.
And yet, to be honest, Wolfsburg, Champions League team, Venice just been promoted. So different stuff works. And it depends on the culture of the place. So it's wild that. And like we might be stumbling into a niche. We're not doing it with class or nothing like that. We're not, but we're figuring it out slowly.
My arm's killing me from holding up this mic.
Yeah, we will buy new stands, defo. I mean, the 17 quid those. We got 2 years out of them. That's not too bad.
We did.
So yeah, we'll spring for another.
Yeah, but I'm like falling off the chair here. These cushions are well too big. I'm trying not to move them, but it's all right.
We'll figure it out again. Yeah. We'll get going.
But you know what? Like, it's so true. Like the city, the football thing. It's so. I think
that's what sort of futures looks like, isn't it? On this show.
I hope so.
Like even clubs over here, like when you find different clubs, like non-league clubs versus top-level clubs. What makes you tick? What's the stuff that really gets you going? And there's different clubs that I'd be interested to figure out and learn about from over here. There's a club in Liverpool that takes in refugees and things like that, and they're saving lives. That club, and they're non-league and that, but they have such a powerful impact on the community. Let's find out about that. Let's go to all these places. So this is a bit of a team talk. This one, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
In the end,
I feel like ready to go.
Yeah,
it's like 8 p.m.
Right. Yeah. So, how are you finding Nottingham? Like, how are you actually finding Nottingham Forest playing there? Like, how is it all going?
Yeah, it's good. Like, it's actually good to be playing. You know, playing football. Like,
what a treat.
Yeah, no, it's great. I've been finding a few different ways of doing things. I've still got my socks. Kept the low socks.
Like right. Oh right. Okay.
Small shin pads, low socks. That was kind of a vibe last season, towards the end of last season. But I think, like, to be honest, you get kicked a lot more in this league now.
Right.
So I don't know. I might revert back to longer socks. But I don't know how people feel about the low socks, but I like them. Yeah. I might be going for the Grealish kind of vibe, but I've not got the same calves.
Like, what do you think of Jack Grealish? Because I am doing that. That's how I live now.
Not the same hair. Not yet.
You pick up on different like football vibes of different people. Like Adam Wharton used to do that as well. He used
low
to have,
socks.
Like, really
See,
low
I
socks.
love it.
Yeah.
And he's an absolute...
He's a throwback.
He's a baller.
Yeah,
he's an absolute
that's what it
baller.
is, isn't it? Like, that's how people...
He's doing great for Palace, by the way.
Yeah, I see loads of stuff. I'm like a proud dad on sidelines.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's really
I see,
good.
like, they need to rest him or else he's going to not have the same impact. But, like, and then I'll hear some Palace people like, well, to be honest, we just need to play him because he's just the best thing we've got by a country mile.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's them low socks.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That'll be it, right?
Low socks and coloured boots.
Coloured boot, oh my God.
Can't have a black boot anymore.
Hey, listen, when I played as a kid, all I did was black. I felt like I had to earn colourful boots.
Oh, me too, actually. I would
yeah.
never go white boots because it was
felt
just...
like if you cock up and you've got like pink...
Got white, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's
I would
the
never
first
have
thing
white
people
boots.
say.
Yeah, and then I remember I was about 18.
Yeah.
And I just got like all white. Completely changed to all white and it was the best thing I ever did.
Some people see that as a football lick though, wouldn't they? Like the low socks or like the colourful boots and stuff like that. Question: what would you say is a football ick? Get some in the comments and stuff like that because we can get a little conversation going. Report back next time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And see
I don't know my football icks. I don't like the word ick.
I get you. That's an ick, innit?
Yeah.
Ick's an ick. Let me think of one. I don't rate. Oh, I'll tell you what. It's not really a football ick, but referees who make you like take a throw again, like, you know, push you back 2 steps and stuff like that. If you take a run and they stop it all, I'm like, crack on, like, just crack on. Some shocking refs in the Championship, like proper school teacher refs, who like stop play for anything. Do you know what I mean? Like if there's like strong gust, stop play, drop ball. I'm like, please just let us live. And then you actually get not biased. I know you can't comment on this sort of stuff, but I can. You get biased refs in Championship as well, and it's not fair. Anyway, moving on. But like, have you got a nick? Yeah.
No, not. I told you, not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
I'm with you.
I mean, if Grealish wants to wear his hairband, let him wear it. You know.
I do agree with that though as well. I think you should be allowed to express yourself, especially creative players like that.
Yeah.
You know? Even like players who are just like no nonsense. They express themselves in a different way, don't they? They'll just like run into you. Kyle McFadzean and all these. But yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments and we will go through them next time. I want to set up like a way that people can get in touch with the show easily. Like maybe if we had like a number that people could text. I am actually thinking about this as well.
A number?
Yeah, that people could text in and then we could read the text every time.
Oh, we could, yeah.
Like that.
That's quite old school. I'm sure there's another way. Yeah.
Fax us and that. Yeah, I'll look into what the kids are doing and stuff. Get us on Bevo / kicking back. Right, all right. Well, we're looking into it. We're trying to grow it. We're trying to make it happen. But people are really supporting it, and I can't thank them enough. Thanks to everyone who helped that European stuff come off. That's unreal.
Yeah, it was a good trip, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It'll happen again.
That's the thing. Like that's the thing now. It's sort of just figuring out what are the most fascinating stories we can tell you about. What are the most untapped little resources that we might not know about. Because discovering them for ourselves is so fun.
Yeah. And if anyone has a club we can go to, let us know, innit?
Yeah, even if you've got a tip, like you think these are interesting, drop us a message and chances are we're very keen on this stuff. We'll probably wind up going. So yeah. Till then though, thanks very much for checking us out. As ever, Mike stands next time, I promise. And we'll be back very soon with more kicking back. So yeah, thanks again. Peace out. Let's see if I can remember this bit. See you later.